Guys, what is going on? Scott and Nate from PlayYourCourt.com, and today you are in for a serious treat. We are going to be reviewing the brand new Wilson Blade V8. Yeah, I know, this thing is awesome, and I'm sure you're saying, wait a second, Scott, the Blade V8's not out yet.
No, it's not.
That's right. This is a sneak preview, and because we love you, if you stick around to the end of this video, we'll tell you how you can also get your hands on this awesome new stick. So the first thing I think we have to address, I mean, the cosmetic on this thing is just gorgeous, right?
It's captivating. One of the most captivating cosmetics I've ever seen.
I've never seen anything like it in my life. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but as I'm moving this racket, it is literally changing colors like a chameleon. I've got a very cool, almost reptile green. It transitions into copper. I mean, I know cosmetic is not the most important part about your racket, but Wilson, you did a good job. This thing is beautiful.
There's no way anybody, if you have this in your hand, there's no way somebody's not walking by and noticing it. It's eye-catching for sure.
It absolutely is. So, and it's not just pretty. There's all kinds of new technology jammed into this thing, right? This is your battle axe. You play with the V7, so this is probably a more exciting day for you than anybody.
That's right. There's 4 variations of the V8, but specifically, I've played with the V7 16x19. Absolutely love the racket, so I've been super excited for this update, for this upgrade, and the V8 is everything that I hoped it would be. Starting off with the technology that Wilson calls 45, this technology is innovative, and it absolutely has everything that I wanted to see in the new Wilson. It has still that nice feel without lacking the stability, right? So for some of you guys that use the V7, you may have, or maybe mishits or whatever, felt like you kind of lost connection with the ball. Not with the V8, all right? So we had a chance to hit with these.
It's like they took the V7 and just put it on steroids. I mean, the V7 was a great stick. This is just, they somehow managed to make it even better.
Yeah, and I think what they've really done, especially with the 16x19 and the 18x20, is this is a racket made for a competitive player, somebody that has a very modern,
or just
vertical.
Just those two?
I would say all of them, but specifically, we'll talk about the weight and the the specifics later. But for you players with a more vertical swing path, you're gonna love this racket.
Sure.
And if the 10-8, we'll get into that, but the 10-8 feels like it's a Mack truck, but it doesn't sacrifice the feel, which for you competitive players, you know how important that is.
So the 45 technology is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a bunch of other cool stuff here we need to talk about too, right?
Yep, so they've done something super cool to handle as well.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's almost like one piece. I don't know that I've seen this before either.
So Wilson has introduced Direct Connect, and what this is they've extended the carbon fiber in the handle to go to the end cap, the butt cap, right? So what this is gonna do is give you more torsional control of the feel. You're gonna be better connected with the racket. So for you players that, if you've ever played with a racket and it's like the butt cap gets a little bit squeaky and you don't feel like you're exactly connected with the handle, this has been fixed. It's maybe one of my favorite features. As soon as I picked up the racket, I noticed
that combined with this 45 technology, the thing just feels stable. I mean, it just feels awesome.
Yeah, and they're continuing with the braided basalt, the braided graphite and basalt. Like, that still feels amazing, but these upgrades to the 45 and the Direct Connect has made a huge impact on performance.
Yeah, and guys, to be completely honest with you, there is technology upgrade after technology upgrade in these rackets, but instead of going through the long list of all the awesome things they've done here, we want to run you through each of these 4 rackets. There's 4 different variations. We're going to take a dive into each one and tell you which one will be appropriate for your game style and just walk you through the specs. So let's get into that now.
All right, first up, we're taking a look at the Wilson Blade 98 V8 16x19 and the 18x20. So for you guys that want to know the difference, we're talking about an open string pattern versus a closed string pattern. The open string pattern is going to be more beneficial for players that play with a lot of topspin, and for players that are looking for more control, they're going to prefer the 18x20, the closed patterns. So let's get into the specs. What we're looking at under the hood is a weight of the racket at 10.8, but the strung weight comes in at about 11.3. Now the balance is 5 points headlight, so although the racket is 10.8, it's gonna swing and it's gonna feel like it's much heavier, so it's gonna have no problem countering power. The swing weight is coming in at 320, so like we said, it feels like a player's racket, but still maneuverable with plenty of feel. The stiffness 61, so nice and easy on the arm. Beam width 21 millimeters, and as we told you before, the composition is that braided graphite. So power level here, medium, maybe low medium. This is a racket that definitely is meant for a player that swings big, that has a nice full fast swing. All right, so this racket, absolutely wonderful for you competitive players. definitely check it out. So next up is the Blade V8 100L. So for you players looking for a lighter racket, this racket is going to be for you. A lot of racket head speed being enabled with this, but still good stability. This racket is 100 square inches for a head size. The weight on it is 10.1 and it is 4 points headlight. All right, the stiffness here is we're looking at a 62, same composition of the braided graphite basalt. And the power level here is medium with the stroke style of medium to full. So swing speed is medium fast. You're not swinging quite as full and fast as the 16x19 V8 or the 18x20. This one's gonna do a little bit more work for you. But if you're looking for something that's a more maneuverable racket, this is gonna be the racket for you. And lastly, we are taking a look at the Blade V8 104. This racket was a lot of fun to play with, but this racket is really ideal for the intermediate player who's just looking for something a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more forgiving than your conventional size mid-plus racket. With a more open 16x19 string pattern, this version of the Blade is super spin friendly. It's got a really large sweet spot so that you're able to connect and make big top spin shots even higher or lower up on the frame. As far as the weight of the racket, we're looking at 10.2 unstrung, balance 9 points headlight, and again, the 104, that's the head size of the racket with the 16x19 string pattern. A little bit different than the previous version. This racket is a must try if you're an intermediate player looking to get to the next level.
There's really something for everybody here. If you take a look, there's two versions of players' rackets. Both, I think, honestly, are worth taking a look at if you're playing at a high level. If you're an intermediate looking to take your game to the next level, we've got the 104 here. And then last but not least, if you're sort of on the beginner tour trying to advance to the intermediate level.
I think that's right. Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful that we have 4 options to look for, different string patterns, but lots of upgrades here. Like we said before, this is not just a cosmetic update.
It is a beautiful racket, but
have
it
a different
plays
feel
even
to
better than it looks. It really
sure.
does. So something for everybody here. As promised, we want to make sure you have the ability to get your hands on this racket before anybody else, because we appreciate you watching our channel. So check this out. If you click the link down below and become a Wilson Insider, it sounds scary. They just want you to join their email list so they can tell you about all the other awesome things before everybody else is aware of them. So head on over to Wilson.com via the link down below. You'll be able to actually pick this thing up before it even is released to the general public. So make sure and check that out, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.